Hello, my name is Barb Mondal. I'm a civil engineer with the City of St. Paul Public Works Department. I will be the manager of the Edgcumbe Road reconstruction project scheduled for 2022. This presentation will cover the project scope and schedule, proposed design for Edgecumbe Road, construction improvements, utility work, a little bit about what it's like living through a construction project. The scope is reconstruction on Edgecumbe Road between Fairview Avenue and St. Paul Avenue. We plan to begin construction the summer of 2022 and have it completed by November of 2022. Some of the improvements included with the project are new concrete curb and gutter, new pavement, bicycle lanes, sidewalks, utility upgrades, and lantern style street lighting. I will be addressing the proposed design in 3 separate segments, but overall we are proposing to narrow Edgecumbe Road and to convert the shoulders to bicycle lanes. So segment 1 is between Fairview and Howell. This segment of Edgecumbe Road is 44 feet wide in an 120-foot right-of-way. It consists of one wide vehicle lane in each direction and 8-foot wide shoulders. The proposal is to narrow the roadway down from 44 feet to 36 feet wide. It still provides enough room for a vehicle lane in each direction and one bicycle lane in each direction. The proposal is to leave the east curb line relatively in the same location and add the additional 8 feet to the west side, providing a flat area to install sidewalks and a 10-foot boulevard. We will not be proposing sidewalks on the east side because of the steep slopes and vegetation that exists there today. The project does include modifications of the intersection of Hampshire and Edgecumbe Road. There are 2 alternatives proposed for the intersection of Edgecumbe and Hampshire. One is to leave it essentially the way it is with this additional roadway on the southwest side. The other alternative is to remove that roadway and make this park adjacent to the existing sidewalk. That would require reconfiguring the existing driveways. Both alternatives tighten up the intersection to provide a shorter crossing distance for pedestrians. The second segment is from Howell to Sunny Slope. Again, the roadway is about 44 feet wide. There are sidewalks on the southwest side of the roadway. We are proposing to replace those sidewalks in essentially the same location and again, narrow the roadway down to 36 feet wide to provide a vehicle lane and a bike lane in each direction. Again, we would like to tighten up the intersection of Howell and Edgecumbe to provide a shorter crossing distance for pedestrians and to create more of a traditional T intersection. The third segment is Edgecumbe Road between Sunny Slope and St. Paul Avenue. The existing cross section here has 2 lanes of vehicle traffic in each direction, no bike lanes. Sidewalk on both sides from St. Paul to Morgan, and then no sidewalk on the east side between Morgan and Sunny Slope. The proposal for this segment is to eliminate one vehicle lane in each direction and add bicycle lanes. Sidewalk is to be added on both sides of the street. Stop again. The proposal for this segment is to eliminate one vehicle lane in each direction and add bicycle lanes. And the portion between, it's proposed to add sidewalk on the portion between Morgan and Sunny Slope on the east side, where no sidewalk exists today. The project does include the intersection of St. Paul Avenue and Edgcumbe Road. We will be adding bump outs at the intersection to, again, decrease the crossing distance for pedestrians. We will also be revising the traffic signal system here. Briefly cover the proposed construction improvements. We will be replacing the existing straight concrete curb with concrete curb and gutter, and replacing all of the drainage structures. We will be replacing the pavement, obviously. And again, we will replace the existing sidewalk with a 6-foot sidewalk. Now, typically sidewalk is installed at the property line. In the case of Edgecumbe Road, we will be placing the sidewalk where it currently is. New sidewalk will be placed such that it will minimize the impact to existing trees and minimize the amount of grading required. Each corner will have ADA compliant pedestrian ramps. We will be replacing the driveway aprons with concrete, regardless of what materials they are today. So if you have an asphalt driveway, a concrete driveway, or brick or other specialty material, the apron will be replaced with concrete. After the initial layer of asphalt, they will come in and put in new topsoil in the boulevards, plant trees, and place sod. Boulevard gardens and irrigation systems will need to be removed from the city right of way prior to construction. We will be installing LED lantern style street lighting, and the wood pole lightings will be removed. Most of the ash trees on Edgecumbe Road have already been removed. They will be replaced. New trees may be planted in the fall or the following spring, depending on the species of trees. Please contact the city forester for more information about trees. There's a lot of work that has to happen below ground before the surface elements can be constructed. Utilities such as water, gas, sewer, and communication lines are often upgraded with these projects. The Edgecumbe Road project will replace about 3,000 feet of water main. The existing water main is a 12-inch cast iron installed in 1930. That water main will be replaced by an 8-inch ductile iron pipe. Before disturbing the existing water main, St. Paul Regional Water Service will install a temporary main. These are the yellow pipes that you'll see on the surface prior to construction. St. Paul Regional Water will need to connect your water service to the temporary main. This will require access to your building. All of the existing water services on Edgecumbe Road are copper, so there will not be a need for the lead service replacement. For more information about St. Paul Regional Water, please contact Graham Chapel. Property owners have the option to replace their sanitary sewer service during construction. The public works contractor can replace the portion of the sanitary service that is under the roadway. The portion behind the property line would need to be replaced by a private contractor. The work on private property does not need to happen at the same time the roadway work is happening. You can hire a private contractor after the work is finished. Here are some signs that your service might need to be replaced. In addition, if your sewer service is older than 50 years, it's highly recommended that we consider replacing it as part of the project. Some common issues with sanitary sewer services are tree root intrusion into the pipe, broken clay pipe, or a drop connection to the main. The primary reason to replace your sewer service as part of the construction project is it's much cheaper during construction. Everyone pays a fixed rate for the sewer service replacement. You don't have to pay for street restoration, and you can put it on an assessment and pay it over 20 years. This is just an example of the cost savings of replacing your sewer service during construction versus after the construction is completed. So now we'll briefly cover living through a construction project. What to expect: there will be noise, dust, mud if it's rainy, limited access, and inconvenience. Your street will be dug up numerous times by different crews. Um, Plan on about 4 to 5 months of disruption. This doesn't mean disruption in front of your home, but 4 to 5 months overall to complete the project. We will maintain access for residents and emergency vehicles at all times. All of the work is done by a private construction company. The road work is weather dependent. Contractors work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., a minimum of 5 days a week. The City of St. Paul will have an on-site representative to inspect the contractor's work. So the first things you'll see are road closed signs going up. A road closed to through traffic means you can go around those signs and get to your home. Eventually, but you will not be able to get through. Eventually, you will come to a road closed sign. When you see a road closed sign, do not enter. There's active work going on, or possibly a gaping hole where they're doing a utility trench. You will receive a letter in the mail prior to the start of construction. This will have contact names and numbers. About a week before construction starts, there will be a flyer that will be posted on your front door, letting you know work is starting and a tentative schedule and our project inspector's contact information. If you have a question or concern, calling the Public Works inspector should be your first call. They are on site, they can give you a more immediate response. If you cannot get a hold of the Public Works inspector, please feel free to call me. We will have weekly updates posted on the website. Here's a few slides of what to expect during construction. Sequence starts with removals and utility work. Then there'll be some rough grading. Next, they'll start pouring the curb and gutter. Final grading, soil and sod, tree planting and street lighting, and then paving. We'll briefly cover assessments. There will be an additional PowerPoint with more information about assessments. So street reconstruction projects are funded by city street reconstruction bonds and assessment to property owners. The assessment rate for Edgcumbe Road has not been determined yet, but it will be before the project starts. Property owners are assessed after the project is completed. There will be, or there could be, a separate assessment if you opt to have your sewer service replaced. And for more information about assessments, you can check out the assessment PowerPoint and get information from stpaul.gov/assessments. And my name is Barb Mundell. I will be the project manager for this reconstruction project. And here are some other contact information. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to working with you next summer. Thanks.